Hi, this is Andy Cato, live and direct at Lowlands on Toazted.com.
I got your record. I found it. I was like, oh, they have a new record out. Wow.
Yeah.
And then immediately it struck me like, does this record get the attention it deserves?
Yeah, well, no, is the answer to that. I mean,
Bollocks.
no, he does. I mean, you see the ones that sort of, get on the front covers of the magazines and the paper, and the ones that get nominated for Mercury Prize, all that kind of stuff. There's some good music in there, but there's some great music on this record as well. But, we've been doing this a long time, and all that stuff ultimately doesn't matter. And what does matter is that wherever we've gone this summer from Japan to Moscow, people in their tens of thousands come to hear the band, and really that's what it's all about.
So how do you produce this sound live? Because it's so full of sound.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a challenge. It's a challenge that we spent a lot of the last 10 years working on. It's a lot of dance music, is sort of two guys on stage with a light show and a couple of keyboards, some of which aren't plugged in. And that's not the route we wanted to take, and we want to do it with the band. But getting that kind of dance music fatness with live players is difficult. But we've worked it out, and I think right now with the visual show we've got as well, I think it's the best live dance act in the world.
They're all over the album, small jokes that I only noticed after listening to it for like 50 times in a row.
Yeah.
Dogs barking and stuff.
Yeah. I think, we've both come from that sort of background of getting a record, putting it on from start to finish and really listening to it. All the albums that we love are like that. And they've all got those things, those sort of textures, where, as you say, you listen to it again and again and you get more and more out of it.
The song that I really like is the song from Mutia.
Yeah.
I don't like Mutia, I have to admit.
Yeah.
But I love the song.
Yeah, she's actually a cool girl. She's a no bullshit guy. There's no big entourage, no flash cars or managers. She's quite sort of sausage and chips kind of girl. And crucially, she's a great singer. I have to say, we heard her voice on the Sugar Babes records. We wanted that voice. I wasn't sure how much of that was real, how much of that was processed, but she just nailed it. She's a brilliant singer. She's doing some live gigs with us as well, and she's right there.
Who wrote the lyrics? They're amazing.
Yeah, well, that was a combination between us, her, and this other woman called Karen, who's one of these strange, in that strange profession where you go around and write all the kind of top pop line stuff, But yeah, it's a good story. It's funny.
Is it going to be a single?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, in the UK, it already is currently, and I think in Europe it's going to be a couple of weeks behind.
How's it doing?
It's top 10 in the minute. It's not out yet, so that's a good sign. Yeah.
It's top 10 and it's not out yet.
It's this weird thing these days where a lot of things count for the chart, like radio plays, downloads. So you can be in the top 10 before the physical CD's in the shop. It's kind of weird. I don't really understand it.
Album's called Soundboy Rock.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a tune on there called Soundboy Rock, and that's MAD, the guy who did Superstarring, and he's been with us for years. And we sort of write with him by just kind of, I'll DJ and he just jams over the top, and I cut everything up he does. And one of the phrases that he came up with was Soundboy Rock, and for some reason it just kind of seems right.
It sounds a bit aggressive, though.
Yeah, but it's sort of a time to be ballsy for us now. We've got this amazing show, we've got this great record, and we've just got to go out and shout about it, really.
You were talking about the show a lot, about touring a lot. A lot of bands, a lot of musicians don't like touring at all.
Yeah.
You like it, right?
Well, I do. I mean, there's obviously this huge downsides to it, all the travelling and waiting about and being away from your mates and your family and all that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, that feeling when the lights go down and you hear that roar, it's one of the most addictive feelings in the world, and I'm going to have plenty of time to reminisce about it, so while it's there I might as well get on with it.
You guys wrote 30 songs for this album, and there are maybe 12 on it, right?
Yeah.
What did you do to the other songs?
Well, they're there, but at the end of the day, if they didn't make the cut this time, then they'll be around like digitally on the internet and stuff, but when it comes to the next album, we won't use those, we'll just go through the same process again.
I mean, did I hear you straight? I mean, you put those songs on the web?
Yeah, we will do. Yeah, there's a few more like extras on the website you can download, and there's a few
free.
Yeah. These days, music's free. The whole idea of making money out of music is over. The only way you can make money is to do it live, and almost like Prince did recently. The album is an invitation to the gig. Sadly, but it's true.
Is it sad or is it a good thing?
It's a bit of a nightmare, really. I mean, it's you work for 7 or 8 months on a record, and we just give it to a few journalists as normal. And within 2 days, there have been 150,000 illegal downloads. That's a little bit heartbreaking because you've locked yourself away for a long time. You can't make any money when you're locking yourself away for a long time, and somehow you've got to pay the mortgage. So it means you just got to stay on the road all the time, which is good and bad.
Thinking about how much money you could have made, I mean, it must have been a pain in the ass.
It is a pain. It's not because we've never been a financially driven band, but it's like if you buy the album, then it gives you the time to sit down and make the next one. And that's what it's all about. You just need that enough money to be able to have 6 months to think about some music. And we've got to try and find a new way of doing that now.